Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I have nothing left to do within the Death Mountain Crater, because previously I did finish, I almost forgot to talk about what I did previously, I finished the Fire Temple, so I'm done in here. There's another heart piece I could get, but I forget how to get it, so I guess I'm not getting it. But there are a few things I want to talk about and a few things I do want to do while I'm still in the general vicinity of Kakariko Village, so I might as well start talking about it now. You might notice that this video happens to be in 60 frames. I understand it's Ocarina of Time, and I understand I'm recording this in 60 frames. There's a reason for this. Elgato, for some reason, whenever I record this in 30 FPS, or record anything in 30 FPS for that matter, it takes the audio and it tears it a new one. And it's just something that I am not willing to put on my channel because it's constantly cutting out. On occasion, the video will actually kind of stop, and then it has to speed up to try to catch up to the audio, or vice versa. It's really not a good time, so I've just decided that I will actually start uploading these videos in 60 FPS, because I've noticed that the quality is much worse than I want it to be. So I've made a few changes. Hopefully this will make the video look slightly better and make it look a little bit less choppy, or not choppy, I guess strange, because if you record something in 60 and then render it in 30, it's weird. That's all I can say about it. It's just weird. But anyway, I was talking about Kakariko previously, and there's a reason for that. I got gold Skulltulas, 22 I think. I did get one off screen because I tried to record this a while ago and I accidentally got one. I didn't save beforehand, so I did pick up a gold Skulltula. I'll show you where it is in a bit, but not now. You'll know, because I'll say it. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a while since I last recorded. I've been really into a different game completely, and I really don't want to have to force myself to record, because then you'll probably notice that I'm not interested in recording that day. But I'm into recording now, so that's good. So this guy should be the one I have to talk to. We freed him. No, we freed him a while ago. Then it's this guy. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. And we get the Stone of Agony. If you equip a Rumble pack, it will react to nearby secrets. I have the Rumble turned off, or I'm using a controller that does not allow me to use Rumble. But that's just kind of neat. You get some that allows you to figure out where there's secrets if you have a Rumble pack, which is kind of just Nintendo saying, hey, buy a Rumble pack. And I don't know, Rumble's always been uninteresting to me. Like, 3D Rumble on the Switch is neat and all, and it does allow for weird, unique gameplay styles. But that doesn't mean I like it. It's just, it's kind of there, and I find it unnecessary. And whenever people try to push Rumble, I'm just kind of like, it definitely exists, but it doesn't heighten my experience by any means. But I'm talking too much about Rumble. There's an area that we haven't gone to yet. You might have noticed that the areas we've been going to get to the adult dungeons are pretty dang similar to the areas we had to go to get to the 3 Young Link dungeons, is what I was trying to think of. So, let's keep going on with that trend, and let's go to the Zora's Domain. There are a few things that have changed here, but not many. And I don't mean inside Zora's Domain in general, I mean outside of Zora's Domain on the path to it. So first of all, there's no chicken anymore. They must have, I don't know, done something. But there's more Octoroks here, as you can tell. But there's also this. This is a platform you can stand on, and it'll take you to different places. This is something which I planted a while back, a long while back. And I finally got to show it off. I just never had a real reason to come back here. So yeah, if you got a lot of beans, you'd be able to get different things, because this platform will take you up different areas. It's pretty neat. The hard piece that I got by backflipping off, it was a long time ago, before I even entered Dongo's Cavern. But the hard piece I got from backflipping off the top of the area where we could throw a bomb near to Dongo's Cavern, that could have been gotten using a bean. But I just didn't want to waste the bean on that, and I didn't want to have to come back there later. But yeah, there's this little alcove here that I never talked about. There's a reason for that. I didn't know about this alcove. I didn't know about this little ladder that you could use to climb up to the top right here. There used to be a boulder here, I blew it up, I've been here a little while ago. Over there at night, there was a gold Skulltula. That's where I got my 22nd gold Skulltula. There should be just rupee chests in here. I never grabbed the chest because I'm currently at my max rupee count. Oh no, never mind. There was a fairy fountain right over here, which is pretty neat. So if you want to come up here and get some fairies easily, there you go. I personally didn't have to use any because I used milk in the last fight I had. I think that's a rupee chest over there in that hole that I'm just not going to pick up. And you might notice that, hey, over there, that's where the heart piece that I got previously by using convoluted methods, that's where that was. The way you're supposed to get that is by climbing over here and then using your boomerang. Or jumping down. I believe there was a cuckoo up here as well. So it's one of the two. So I did a very, very, very convoluted method to get that heart piece, and I apologize for wasting your time with that if you actually did follow the same method as I did, but you don't have to use that. You also might notice that there's something kind of interesting going on. The particles in this area have changed since the last time I was here. There's snow, which is pretty interesting. We'll get into why that is in a little bit, and by a little bit I mean about 2 seconds, but let's enter Zora's Domain. Zora's Domain has frozen over. All the water that used to be here is frozen solid. We can't actually make it to, let's say, the Great Lake right now. Or Great Lake, is that what it's called? Hyrule Lake? I forget. I never go there very much in this game, so I'm not necessarily sure. But I'm probably being really, really stupid right now. But the point is, everything's frozen over. You can tell that there are ice physics on this ice. Wow, what a crazy revelation, I know. But there are ice physics, and everything else is frozen over. That's why there was snow. It's because, for some reason, Zora's Domain has gotten very cold, and some weird-looking ice, red ice, has blocked off areas that I could previously go to. All these Zoras have kind of disappeared, and there's just one that hasn't. There's one that hasn't. He's right up here, trapped in red ice. It's the king. Can I not actually look at him? No, I can't apparently inspect him, but that's fine. He luckily was frozen at just the right angle, just the right position to allow me to run back here, where the ice miraculously just stops and leads into Zora's Fountain. This area is also slightly frozen over. As you can tell, Jabu Jabu has disappeared and there's ice in his place. And there are moving ice platforms. You have to platform on these while the platforms are moving, tilting, and you have to deal with ice physics. It's not difficult per se as long as you know to roll and then jump off the platform. I just messed that up, but that's fine because there's something else I do want to do before platforming over there. You notice there was a heart piece there. I'll get that. I'll get to that in a minute. There's 2 heart pieces here I can get, as well as something else which is really, really important. I'm going to use the bombs here because I believe that's all I need. Another blue Tektite. I can kind of just ignore him right now because he's not going to do too much to me. There's a Brock here that I can... Brock? No, this isn't Pokemon. There's a rock here that I can blow up, and it miraculously blows up everything but this rock in the middle, including a wall behind it. This leads to a Great Fairies Fountain. Something that I didn't actually know was here for a long, long time, and I actually forgot it was here because I would have come here earlier or gotten this back when I was a kid, because it was possible to get this when I was a child. But better late than never, I guess. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. Similar to the other Great Fairies, she will give us something pretty neat. We got Farore's Wind. This is a warp. Oh, wow, wind magic. I guess that's not wrong. This is warp magic you can use with the C-Stick. Warp when you are in danger. You will teleport to the warp point. When you first use the magic, you will create a warp point. When you use the magic again, you can either dispel the warp point you created last time, or warp to that point. Remember, you can use Ferora's Wind only in dangers. Well, I guess if you're in a dungeon, you are in danger. I'm trying to justify everything I say, but it's not working out. So, if I want to get back to the beginning of a dungeon, I can put a warp point there, and then I can escape easily. It's pretty neat. I do actually like this feature. I just don't use it very often because I feel walking is better than wasting a lot of my magic. So that's just the way I feel. I know a lot of people do actually use this, and it does optimize your run through the game pretty well, but I'm just not that interested. Once I get more magic, I'll most likely use it at least once just to show it off, but it's not something I'm overly interested in using. It's not something I think is super important, but I think it's pretty fun to use, so that's just the way I feel. So let's try to do this a little bit better this time. I kind of jumped when the platforms were not in my favor, but right now should be good. Yep. You don't have to jump between platforms while they're moving, because it will just move you straight over to this platform. The camera angle there was a little bit weird. We got a piece of heart. And now I do kind of want to make this platforming back, because I don't actually want to have to deal with swimming through the water anymore. There's another heart piece. Again, I already said there's another heart piece here, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I can't currently access it, but with what I'm about to get, I can. Right over here is where you want to go. If you platform all the way over here, you can get into a very, very special area. The Ice Cavern. Ocarina of Time doesn't just have big, bad main dungeons, it also has mini dungeons on occasion. The Ice Cavern being one of them. There are new enemies here I have yet to see. That slider's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but these freezards, I don't know. I'm gonna call them freezards. Watch out for its freezing breath. Destroy it completely before it revives. These guys are kind of annoying. They can freeze you and do a lot of damage. Wow, my sword is a lot shorter than I thought it was. They can freeze you, do chip damage over time. It's kind of annoying, and they will respawn or rebuild pretty quick. There we go. Rebuild pretty quickly if you don't attack them quickly. I'm saying quickly a lot, but it's just the word that comes to mind. If I actually didn't miss, they wouldn't be too bad to deal with. That should be it. They're gonna keep respawning, I think, which kind of sucks. Or maybe not. I might just have to kill them. Jump attacks don't really do a whole lot of damage to them, or more damage, I don't think. I think you just have to hit them a certain amount of times before they are chipped away completely, and you don't have to deal with them anymore. This dungeon, or mini dungeon, is very, very linear, very, very easy. It's going to take one episode at most. Alright, over here. This is a slider. I don't want to BC turret on you. This is a slider thing. If you, I don't know what to call it exactly, but if you are standing in its way, you will get sliced. This isn't just here for show. So what you want to do is, when it's actually coming close to you, don't stand up, squat down, and though it looks like it's cutting straight through your head, you won't get any damage from it. So I really wanted that heart, but that's fine. That's fine. There was a gold skulltula over there. I didn't miss it. I just wanted to get that heart before it despawned, but looks like I wasn't too fast. I might as well switch out to things that'll be helpful here, like a hook shot, because there are a few gold skulltulas in here I do want to pick up. I'm not going for every gold skulltula again, by the way, nor am I going for even the amount that gives you everything. I believe it's 50. I'm just going for whatever's in my path and will allow me to get some cool stuff later on. So there you go. I might as well just not care about that. But yeah, there's something else I completely neglected talking about. You might notice that there are silver rupees. We haven't seen these yet. Okay, that sucks. They actually don't work like normal rupees. You don't get rupees for actually picking them up, which is something you might not have noticed because I do have a full rupee count right now. But what does happen if you pick all of them up, hopefully I don't miss this one again, you can actually open up certain doorways. It's pretty neat. I do like the concept of collecting. Well, that didn't work out as planned. I believe you can roll under them as well, but anyway. I like the concept of collecting rupees or getting a certain amount of, let's call them silver rupees for now. Similar to getting, I don't know, 8 red coins in Mario. and they unlock something really neat or give you a power-up. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. That might just be me, though. I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing the shield button. I thought that was the Z target button. I don't know. Can you tell it's been a while since I've last played Ocarina of Time? Ugh. Maybe you can even tell it's been a while since I last commentated because of my lack of decent commentary. But there are new keys. You thought it ended with normal keys and fire keys? No. There are even more annoying keys. Ice keys. Destroy it before it flies into you. These guys won't just catch you on fire and do chip damage to you over time. They will freeze you in place. Or do chip damage to you. No, is that the right word? I think it is. The point is, these guys are even more annoying than fire keys. How is that possible? Yeah, I don't know. Fire keys are already the bane of my existence, and now we have something even worse. But whatever. There's nothing you can do about it. They don't appear very often, so at least you can rejoice in that fact. And you can pretty easily take them out as long as your aim is somewhat good. There we go. Now, I picked up a few fairies before. I'm kind of glad there was a fairy fountain located elsewhere, or very close to us. The reason for that is, this blue fire, it doesn't seem natural. Maybe you can use it for something. I'm going to have to use up every single last one of my fairies, something I didn't remember I'd have to do until just now. So, goodbye fairies, all of you. It feels like such a waste, but it's fine. I can get more fairies later. And with that being done, I can put blue fire in every single one of these bottles. You put in blue fire. This is a cool flame you can use with a C-stick. So yeah, I am doing the monotonous task of kind of filling up all my bottles that I currently have with blue fire, because it will be helpful later on, and I do want to get as much as I can for, well, something later on. You'll see. They do have another one of these later on down the path, so you don't have to worry about getting exactly the correct amount of... Arrows do nothing to you? Really? Okay. You don't have to worry about getting the exact perfect number of blue flames you're going to need throughout the entire dungeon. This is just a pot. I don't need to use it on that. But blue flames do have something interesting about them. They aren't just there for show. It's not just to make your bottle look all pretty with its nice blue glow. If I can jump over here just right. There we go. This area is a little bit tedious. Not tedious. I wouldn't say tedious. It's a little bit treacherous is a better word. Because the platforms are kind of just a little bit or small, whatever. The point is, blue flames, if you drop them and pull them out of your bottle, which is the same thing, I'm sorry, my commentary is you will actually burn the red ice. So if you see red ice and you want to get it out of your way, use blue flames. I didn't want to get that pot, there's probably nothing interesting in it, but I can get the dungeon map here. It's not necessary, I probably could have avoided it. But, I don't know, it's just the perfect spot to show off exactly what blue flames do, so I might as well. Having 4 bottles here might be nice, but it's definitely, and I mean definitely not necessary. I've gotten through here with 1 bottle before. Yeah, I don't know how I played the game with 1 bottle, but I've done it. Okay, I've done it. Back when I didn't want to explore, I think I did it. I don't know. I was a weird kid, I just wanted the game to be done. Despite the fact that I loved it, because I just wanted to be like, I beat a Zelda game, I don't know. I have gotten more into enjoying my time with games, not necessarily forcing myself to get through it. I don't know. I used to be like that for a while. I don't know why I keep saying I don't know. But there we go. There was an area that was blocked off to us, and with the blue flame we can actually open that back up. So there is a little bit of backtracking in this dungeon. It's not completely straightforward like I previously stated. There should be... Yep. This is a pretty interesting puzzle. This is similar to a block pushing puzzle, except it's a little bit more difficult. This is an ice block that's located on ice, which means 2 times the slipperiness. Not really, it just means that the ice block won't actually do exactly what you want it to. Okay, there we go. That was a lot of bad aim on my part, but it's fine. Hopefully I can get you. I'm wasting a lot of my arrows. One more try. There we go. Of course, the other ice keys had to sneak up on me while I was Goodbye. Goodbye. There's also a gold sculpture over there I wouldn't have noticed if I actually didn't try to kill all the fire keys. So I guess it's nice that the fire keys attacked me. I guess I'm trying to find a silver lining to it, but really, fire keys, ice keys are just, big ugh. But anyway, as I was saying, I push the ice block a little bit, and it slides. This will continue to slide no matter what direction you attempt to push it in. So, if I say push it to the right, but then I want it to stop immediately and then push it to the left, I can't do that. It'll continue traveling to the right, and I have to actually push it and make it hit a platform if I want it to stop. So we have to collect all these silver rupees while still doing this, which is pretty interesting. Now, you might notice that I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's nothing I can do about this. The, ice block is what I'm going to call it, is just kind of stuck. I can't push it away, but I can push it right into there. And then another one will spawn really quickly. It's not too bad, so if you do mess up, you can actually fix your mistake. So that's pretty interesting. I might be able to do this if I play my cards right. Probably jump on here. Roll. There we go. Perfect. I didn't even have to push the block over there. So you can kind of cheat a little bit. Though I say cheat as if I really am cheating this. It's not really cheating. I don't know. There are a few red rupees up there that I kind of want. Keyword being kind of. I really don't need them. Oh yeah, I actually just forgot that I do have a full rupee count, so I really don't need them. I was just kind of being a little bit greedy, I guess. But over here, there is another blue flame we can use to pick up some more blue flame. You probably noticed that if I only had one bottle, this would be very, very annoying. So I do think picking up bottles is very, very important. Because bottles, they're just overall really, really good in the Zelda series. Like, if you've never played a Zelda game and you get a bottle, you'll be like, what? This is so stupid and unimportant. But no, it's pretty important. It's pretty important. Yeah, I think I have to call this a dead box. I was gonna say dead ball, but that's more of a sports term. Anyway, I think that I need to do this. And then maybe a little bit no, that's not gonna work out. Getting it to here is a little bit tricky. I think that, look at this way. Yes, okay. So I need to do something about that. Somehow, I think I did mess this up a little bit. Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna try to stop this from existing, which sounds weird when I say it like that, but I think this should be good enough. There we go. Nope, I lied. I have to push it one more time, because I do know what I have to do. It's gonna respawn immediately right there, and what I have to do is push it immediately to the left, or my left when I enter the room, just to be a little bit more specific. Push that over there. That should stop it. Not perfectly, but that's fine. I believe I have to push this right there. This should stop it as well. Alright, so this isn't too bad. You just have to pay a little bit more attention than usual when it comes to block pushing puzzles. It's not bad, though. It's really not bad. I do like this puzzle a lot. It's pretty dang fun to do. There we go. That's that. I can finally enter the room that was blocked off to me and was unreachable by my adult hands. Another freeze. What are you called again? I already forgot. These guys aren't very memorable. They're just more annoying than anything. Freezer. No wonder I didn't remember your name. It's not very interesting. There should be another one right there. I think that if I do use a hook shot, it pulls me close to you. Yeah, and it also does damage. So that's pretty neat. This area is also blocked off by some ice, so I can burn that right up, which is, I find it weird, because it's a flame that's not warm, and I understand they probably say that to make it so it's like, oh, it's not burning your feet, despite the fact that it totally looks like it's burning your feet. But, I don't know what I'm saying. This is a white wolfos. Lure close to you and watch its movement carefully. Attack it when it drops its guard. So this is just a wolfos, but it's white, so it's snowy. Ooh, crazy stuff right there. It's also a lot bigger than the other wolfos, so it is a little bit more intimidating, but only slightly. So really not bad. It has the exact same attack pattern as normal wolfos, and about the same HP as well, so it's really not bad to deal with. Well, with that, we've come to a dead end, as well as treasure chest. Also, I'd like to note that this room is very, very trippy with its walls, and I really, really like the look of it. But we got the iron boots. So heavy you can't run, so heavy you can't float. We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head for the water temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes. People move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. Young love will become deep affection. The clear water's surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. And with that, we've learned the serenade of water. Link, I'll see you again. So, a big reason why I wanted to play the 3DS version over the N64 version is that there were quite a few improvements. One being that the iron boots are an equipment in the original N64 version, whereas they're an item in the 3DS version. This may not seem annoying now, but you do have to switch between your normal boots and the iron boots quite frequently. It gets annoying pretty dang quickly. But anyway, we can't breathe underwater, but we can actually put on the boots that will make it so we can't sink. We can't sink, we do sink, which is pretty dang useful. We can get to areas we previously couldn't because we couldn't dive that far, but now we can actually sink to the very, very bottom. Now, I could play the Serenade of Water. Keyword being could. I could also bump into everything under the sun. Keyword being could. I don't want to do that anymore. But, if we go back to the Zora's Fountain, and we actually do take a little bit of a trip backwards, we'll be able to get something nice for our trouble. So don't play the song just yet. It will take you to where you need to go. But still, don't play it, please. It's for your own good, trust me. So we go back into Zora's domain. You might have noticed that the Zora King was actually engulfed in this red ice. Something we learned that we can actually unthaw. So, if we try to unthaw him, there we go. He's unthawed. We can actually talk to him again. And he is the only Zora that we will actually be able to see for quite some time. Or not really quite some time, but for now,
Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous.
It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. No duh. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater. So, after you've completed or I guess, if halfway through you exit the ice cavern, and come back here with some blue fire, I was forgetting the name there for a minute, you'll be able to get the blue tunic. My personal favorite tunics, my personal favorite color is blue, and I also think it fits very, very, very well with the Hylian shield. It just looks so dang good. But, there's something else I do want to show off. I believe that if I do go into here, this area is blocked off with a red flame as well, red ice as well. And since I have an extra flame, I might as well show this off. This flame won't come in handy ever again, so I do want to get rid of it so I can fill my bottle up with something more important. there's another Zora here. This guy somehow was protected from the evil ice. If I wanted to, and if I had enough rupee space, I could buy the Zora's Tunic from there if I didn't actually want to free the king, which would make no sense because I'd need the flame to be able to open this in the first place, and then I would need to talk to the king by using, I don't know, it's just, you have to use the blue flame in the end anyway, so it's just kind of like, why would you want to buy it from there? And I guess if you lose it to a like, then it does make sense, but, yeah, anyway, I'm going to do something, and then I'll talk to you after I finish it, so I am going to cut for a little bit, but I will end off this episode very soon. It's not going to go on much longer, so don't be too afraid about me continuing the video for now. So I wanted to get more fairies. I wasted all my fairies in the ice cavern, and luckily I found a fairy fountain really close to where I was actually located. So I might as well get the fairies while I'm here. I can also heal up normally, which is great, and there's enough fairies for me to still put in my bottle. So there we go. Wow, I was about to say that. That would be a little bit embarrassing, but there we go. We're done in this area. We don't actually have to come back to the Zora's Domain. With that being said, next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we will make our way very close to the next temple. And by very close, I mean we will start it, because we have the Serenade of Water, which will allow us to teleport right to the temple. And we might be able to actually try out the item we got here today, which was Furor's Wind. So that's pretty neat. But that's next time. Until then.